Today I'm going to be showing you guys the fastest way to make millions of dollars in Roblox Fish, and it doesn't matter if you are just starting the game or an end game. I'll be going over everything. So let's get started. If you guys are just starting the game, you're obviously starting off with a flimsy rod. It's a starter rod and it doesn't really have any benefit. So once you have this rod, just keep fishing and do not buy any other rod except for the steady rod. I have said get the carbon rod first, but honestly, if you invest 2,000 in that, you can invest a little bit more and move over to the steady rod, which is the rod that you're going to be using the most of your time. The steady rod is only 7,000 and it's going to help you a ton on getting a rod even better. Then you can make millions. In case you guys don't know where the steady rod is, it's in Roselit Bay, and right here there's the merchant, and he's going to be selling 3 rods. All the other rods are literally useless except for the steady rod, so just go for that. Now after you have your steady rod, you might be saying, should you enchant this? I would say do not waste your money on enchanting, because enchanting does cost a lot, and especially if you're just starting off of the game and just spent 7,000 on this. Enchant relics just to buy costs 11,000, so don't even worry about it. Just use the rod as is, and you're going to be going for either the mythical rod or the trident rod next. Now this is where it gets a little interesting and a little bit of your choice. The mythical rod you can find from the traveling merchant, which spawns randomly, and it costs 110,000 for this rod. Now you could get this or the trident rod, which is pretty much the best all-around rod for mid-game players, and the trident rod costs 150,000. And now the reason why this would be your choice, because you might be saying, why would I spend 110,000 when I can spend 40,000 more to get the trident rod? Well, to get the trident rod itself is a little difficult, and getting the trident rod, you're gonna have to go to Desolate Deep, going down all the way here, and then once you're here, there's actually a secret area for the trident rod. And if you want to see exactly where it is, from this guy sleeping on the floor, just head over this way, and then there's a pointy rock right here, and follow where this rock points, and there should be a little area hidden right down here, and you go inside, follow through, and then it'll take you right here. Now this is where you have to put 5 enchant relics to open the door for the trident rod. But even if you have all the enchant relics, you can't unlock it unless you complete the entire bestiary for Desolate Deep. So you could have someone else just open the door like how I had. And if someone else just opens the door for you, you can just go buy the trident rod. By the way, make sure you guys subscribe, because I'm thinking about doing a live stream of just helping people get trident rods, opening a door for people. So make sure you guys subscribe, have your notifications on for it, and drop a like. I want you guys to get notified in case I stream it. Now, when you're with your steady rod, you obviously want enough money to afford the trident rod or the mythical rod, and here's the best method for you. You're gonna want to go to the depths. Now trust me when I say this, keep watching, because there's a method for you guys to get in without completing the bestiary and without using the key. So start off by finding a strange whirlpool. Here's one right here. Oh, there's a lot over here. So then just go inside and it's going to take you to Vertigo. Now, usually you would have to complete the entire Vertigo bestiary and also get the depths key to just unlock this area once. But we're not going to be doing any of that. And if you have your steady rod, I'm sure you don't want to do all that. It's going to take a lot of work, and you want to obviously make a lot of money as fast as you can. You're going to equip your rod, and when you equip it, say /pumpkin in the chat. And when you say that, it's going to do this emote, and you can walk around. You're also going to turn off shift lock. And then now this is the glitch. You're gonna have to go right here on this wall, and while you're walking towards the wall, at the same time when the pumpkin just pops out of your head, you're gonna press shift, and you're gonna have to time it correctly. It may take a few tries. And there you go. You're going to glitch through. It may be a little hard to do at first, so just keep trying. You'll understand it. It's all about timing. But anyway, once you go through that, everything's still going to work for you as usual. Complete the obby real quick, and then you'll end up in the depths. And now once you're here, the depths in general is just a great place to fish and make tons of money. And this goes for any rod. So if you're with your steady rod here, literally fish anywhere. There's not really a specific spot you want to fish at only. But what I usually do is just go on this dock and just start fishing. And obviously, if you want to increase your money rate, you're just gonna have to get more luck, and you could do that by server boosting. That's kind of like the pay to win method, or just going to Aurora servers. You can find Aurora servers on the Fish Discord server. A lot of people host different Aurora servers, and you can just join it. Just be aware of scams, because whenever they ask for money, they'll just take your money or your really rare fish and not give you the server. And there's also a lot of scam links, so just be aware of that. And as for baits, you might be wondering which bait should you use. Now this is very dependent. unfortunate. I don't want to say a specific bait and only that bait because it doesn't matter too much. And I don't want you guys to only grind for that specific bait. So let me tell you how this works so you could understand it. Preferred luck helps you with luck on a specific fish. And then lure speed just adds on to your rod so you catch fish faster. And the resilience is pretty self-explanatory. It makes it easier to catch fish. So for example, weird algae is 200 universal luck, so it adds 200 luck onto your rod. But then at the same time, it minuses 35 for your lure speed, so you catch fish slower. Now, what I usually do with my rod of death, since I already have a decent lure speed, which is 65% and a decent luck, I just pair that with the rapid catcher, and the resilience is minus 15, so it's gonna make it harder to catch a fish. But since I don't really care about that and I'm pretty good at it, I like the lure speed, which is 35, and it pretty much makes it instant catch fish. Since I already have a 65% lure speed, it's gonna add on 35%, which makes it 100%. So if I go fish right here, as you see, it's gonna instantly catch a fish. So now that you know how baits work, you could pair that with whichever rod you have and use it for what's best for you. So to pretty much sum it up, go to the depths to make tons of money to afford all the rods you want. And then now, if you're low level and you want to level up very fast, I mean, take a look at my level. I'm 213. And take a look at how much fish I caught. It's under 3,000, so it's pretty insane. There's a fishing spot that's best for farming XP, and that's going to be in Forsaken Shores. And in Forsaken Shores, you might already know this area. It recently got nerfed for money making, which is why the depths is the best currently. But it's still really good to farm up XP. So right here on this pond that's known for catching a ton of Captain Goldfish, it's a really good spot to also farm XP since Captain Goldfish give a lot of XP. And whenever you're fishing here, go for perfect catches. Try your best to perfectly catch a fish just like this. So right here's a mythical, here's a Captain Goldfish, and that without a perfect catch was 5,600 XP. And a perfect catch gives 8,400 XP for the mythical. So that's 50% more XP just for catching a fish perfectly. So make sure you try your best to do that. And then now that you use the money making method to go from steady to trident or from mythical to trident, whichever route you took, you would probably want to enchant the rod. So for the trident rod, I'd say the best enchant to put is a hasty enchant. Since then, just with the hasty enchant and a rapid catcher, you could do the same thing as the rod of the depths and literally catch fish instantly. The only thing you lack is not being able to put abyssal enchant and it being a little harder to catch fish. But the trident rod alone has a passive ability of a 30% chance to make any fish you catch Atlantean, which is pretty OP for making money. So this is gonna help you even more to make money with that same money making method I showed you guys in the depths. So now let's say you already made a decent amount of money with the trident rod and it's time to upgrade. It would be time for you to go to the rod of the depths, which is the best rod in the game, not counting admin rods. And yes, this is the best rod in the game. Like, look at the lure speed, 65%, luck is 130%, control is 0.15, resilience is 10%, which was a buff, max kg is 30,000, and compared to the trident rod, it's clearly better. In case you're wondering, its passive ability, every third fish you catch, the ghost will pick up a random fish for you, which is pretty OP. And I actually put the abyssal enchant on this. Now, if you want to get this rod, you have to unlock a secret area in the depths, which is right here. And I made a full guide video on my channel already, so you guys can watch that. Keep in mind, the rod costs 750,000, but this is made for endgame players. So if you have a lot of money to burn, for sure, get this rod. So back to what I was saying, the best enchant for this rod would be abyssal. And recently, they did nerf it, and then now they just rebuffed it. So it has a 10% chance of catching a abyssal fish, 80% chance of increasing the size of the fish by 1.3x, and a 20% chance of decreasing its size by 0.6x. So mostly it's just going to be increasing the size and the 10% chance to literally mutate the fish to abyssal, which is a 3.5x, which is better than Atlantean. So that makes it insanely OP. For any endgame player, for sure get this rod, and I've been using it this entire time. And by the way, getting the abyssal enchant might be pretty rare. I mean, me myself, I spent like 300,000 alone at enchant relics to get this enchant. So let's say you can't get the abyssal enchant, I'd say just go with the quality enchant. It gives you a 15% lure speed, which is pretty much almost 100% lure speed, almost an instant catch without any bait. You get 15% more luck, which makes it 145% luck, which is almost the same as a trident rod. And you also get 5% more resilience, which which helps you catch fish faster. So either get abyssal or quality on the Rod of the Depths, depending on how many enchant relics and money you have. All right, so now let's make money. And if I want to make millions of dollars, which I'm gonna do right now, I am going to increase the luck on my server. That's gonna help me make a lot more money faster. So from a 2x, we're gonna make it a 4x. And recently in a new update, they added 8x, and that could buy even more time. So once they do this 8x for 400 Robux, oh great, hammerhead just spawned. All right, so 8x, and someone just used an Aurora Borealis totem. So now we got Aurora and an 8x server luck, which is insane. And the 8x is gonna last 45 minutes. So now I'm just gonna be catching as much fish as I can. And I forgot about my ghost being bugged out, so let's get our ghost back. There we go, and keep catching. I am using my instant catch bait. And yeah, I'll just skip to the part where I got all the fishes caught already. Alright, boys, and there we go. I finished, and take a look at my inventory, bro. My inventory is actually insane. I wonder how much all this is gonna sell for. I mean, there's only one way to find out, and that's going to the merchant. I'm gonna go to the normal merchant because over here it's a little too dark. Alright, here we go. Let's go sell. My guess is maybe 300, 400k. Let's see, boys. Alright, sell my entire inventory. Oh, by the way, I am not selling my enchant relics. I'm gonna keep all my enchant relics, but take a look at how many I have. 23 big enchant relics, 7 normal ones. Like, you guys get the point. 2 big translucent. I have so many. A lot of abyssals and big abyssals. It sells for a lot, but this is our fish. And also, before I sell it, let me show you guys how much these fishes sell for. So a big abyssal, which I caught a lot of, we could go appraise it, and that fish only sells for 22,000. And then we have even more, like a normal big that's not even mutated yet, and that one sells for 6,400. So that's only the sea snakes, and I have a lot more fish than just that. I don't know why everyone keeps giving me stuff. I'm just gonna decline it. All right, now time to sell. Here we go, boys. Right here, I like to sell my inventory. And all right, it's lagging and selling all of it. Let's see how much it is, boys. And there we go, 499,000. That's pretty much 500,000, bro. So if I do this one more time, that's already 1,000,000, and that's not even counting my enchant relics. So I made well over 500,000. Yeah, counting the relics, I'm probably easily at 600, maybe even 700,000 money, dude. That's actually crazy. And keep in mind, that's just in one session, and that was a 45-minute session. And now that you made it to the end of the video, you know everything to make yourself millions of dollars. Just go to the depths, do everything that I told you, and all the tips and methods. And that's pretty much it. See you later. Peace.